Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. I don't know yet what his week was like, but he's soon likely to tell us the deal. As for me, I would rather slurp rotting ass flesh than to once again have to jump behind the wheel. I've driven like a long haul trucker and not encountered a single lot lizard. And instead of driving again, I'd sooner put my hand to a stove and take the hot blister. We're excited today to be podcasting, and we'll share some news because we live and breathe with our faith in the news reporters. Fuck, that's supposed to be the news reported. If we're going for a rhyme, you're going to hear that as we live and breathe with our faith in the news reported. On second thought, let's keep the undocumented and have all the media crews deported. In the words of the great Winston Churchill, fuck those cockbags right behind the taint. As I write, I'm thinking that might have actually been Lincoln, Tom. That might have been Lincoln. Anyways, the star of our show, who is hardly well known, but is a strapping young lad with a flapping gum pad, Tommy fucking Washington. What's been up, man? How are you?
I don't know what was up with that intro, but it was a little wild.
I'll tell you what, in the practice runs that I did, it went flawlessly, and that's 0. So 0 times it went flawlessly so far.
Nick, what's up, man? Nick's in the chat. Where'd you drive this week? Did you drive back from that show on Wednesday night, or did you end up staying down there?
Here's how much I drove, Tom. On Saturday, a week ago yesterday, I drove to and from JFK. When I got to JFK, I also went to my family's house in East Rockaway, which is only like a half hour, but it's a half hour on top of a drive to JFK, on top of a drive back to Connecticut. Then I drove to Middletown to meet a friend. Then I drove to God knows where to go with that friend.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yep.
Right. Then I drove back to Middletown to drop the friend back off. Then I drove back to Torrington. So that's like 4 hours. It's probably more than 4 hours. Actually, no. I mean, if you're counting JFK, that's like 8 hours, or I don't know, 7, 8 hours that I've driven in 2 days. So that was cool. Wednesday, I drove an hour and 40 minutes to a casino, an hour and 40 minutes back because I wanted to be home with the cat. And then Thursday, I did the same thing again. And then Friday, I drove an hour to work and an hour back. And then yesterday, I drove back to JFK and back to East Rockaway. And from East Rockaway, I drove to fucking Brentwood to go see my grandmother because she's 92, and this is one of our last chances. And it was a great opportunity to hear all about how Steven's doing because I didn't know. I don't get to talk to Steven as much as her, so that was fun. And lots of pictures of Steven, front and center, all over everything. It was basically like visiting my dad. Coincidentally, it is his mom. And then I drove back to Connecticut. And then today, I drove to West Hartford to go to Red Robin for my mother's birthday lunch. Her birthday's not today, but it was around about today. So all in all, I want to die if I have to get behind the wheel again.
It's funny that you went to West Hartford to go to Red Robin, because yesterday I was thinking about you, and I didn't know that you were out of town, but I was going to suggest that we went to Texas de Brazil.
You did go, or you were going to go?
I was thinking about going because that's that's perfect for the carnivore diet.
Yeah, perfect for you.
Yeah. Other than the fact that I don't know what they put on the seasonings or like on it for seasonings, but I can't assume it's much. That's a lot of driving, man. I actually enjoy the fuck out of driving. You know who I went and saw on Friday? You know who I went and saw on Friday?
Who that is?
Binoculars.
Did you?
Yep. Yeah. I was in the area. I tried to go see El Capitan. He was busy. And so I said, yeah. So I said, fuck it. Let me go see Binocs. I ended up talking to him for like 2.5 hours.
He's a good dude, man.
He is. Good dude. He is. I'm glad I went and saw him. He seems to be doing well.
You should have asked him. We go sometimes on Friday, depending on which store I'm working in. There's I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast. There's a bar right by that store. My store, not his store. And I mean right by. And so on a Friday, he was like, hey, man, it's been a while. Let's get together. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. There's a bar right here. Let's just grab dinner. So we're there. And when I tell you, like, there's like a girl dressed as Cinderella. there's like a girl dressed as all the Disney princesses, but not like they were a group of girls who came with the intention of dressing as Disney princesses. Like there could have been two Cinderellas. You know what I mean? It's not like they're coordinating outfits, but they're definitely together. And it's like we're like an hour in, and I'm like, there's no way these motherfuckers aren't LARPers, right? You know what LARPing is?
No, I have no idea.
Live action role playing. So they like go out into the middle of the woods and have like sword fights and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Role
I'm
Models. You ever seen the movie Role Models?
Yes.
That shit.
Great movie.
I'm like, I can't handle this. Like, I have to fucking have a conversation about these fucking weird people because it's me, Lush, and Binoculars, and we're just making fucking jokes. But I feel bad because these people are obviously here for a reason. So the waitress comes over and I'm like, excuse me, are these fucking LARPers? And she's like, oh, that's actually a really good guess. No, you are completely wrong. Really good guess, though. Those are swingers. And I was like, get the fuck out. And she was like, nope, they meet here every fourth Friday. And they dress similar to how you see right now. And they leave with each other for a good, fun Friday night. And then they come back in 4 weeks. And I was like, what? Some of these girls were fucking gorgeous.
That's wild.
Like, do you know what chat room they use? I'm asking for my buddy over here. I just want to know for him. Fuck. But it's also coincidentally it's karaoke night, so you can see like fucking Princess Peach from Mario singing fucking "I Will Survive."
God, dude.
What?
So I went to pool on Thursday night. It's at Cadillac Ranch. Have you been to Cadillac Ranch recently, other than see midget fighting?
The last time I went to Cadillac Ranch was at the gala.
Oh, afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So play pool there, and coincidentally, it's karaoke night, right? And I'm there with fucking Shrek. You know who Shrek is? Who I call Shrek? CJ.
Okay.
Okay, because he's on my pool team. So
shelf top.
A person walks in, taller than CJ.
Oh wow!
In a dress that's not covering its whole ass, with the sides of its haircut, in a ponytail.
Let me ask you: if you were to guess, not the navel. I can imagine the belly button is a pretty standard belly button. But do you think this person's an innie or an outie at birth?
Outie.
Okay. And okay, I'm with you.
I don't guess that.
Is that a less offensive way to have this conversation? Can we call them innie and outie from now on? Like, never mind man or woman. I just want. Are you an innie or an outie? That's the only thing I'm asking.
It's a way more funny way to have a conversation.
I think we've locked something in here. We're going innie outie moving forward.
Innie or outie, name of the show. Fred, what's up, bud? Fred's in the chat. So at first I'm like, it could go either way, but I was pretty confident that it was a male, right?
Okay.
And then, so I make a joke to CJ. I hope it does karaoke and sings a song to you.
Oh, wow. I really queued this up for you. I put this ball right on the tee.
And then they decided to sing a song. And that's when I knew for sure that it was a outie at birth.
Okay. Outie at birth. Got it.
Which, whatever. To each his own. It doesn't affect me if you want to dress up as a woman. If you believe you're a woman, it makes no effect on me whatsoever. It was just, they were so tall. So tall.
You're not going to mention what song they did? Like, I'm so, you have me hooked on what song did they choose to do?
Never Been Kissed.
What
I don't
the fuck
know.
is that?
I don't know what song. I think I wasn't paying attention to what song they sang. I was playing pool. I was literally playing. Yeah, I was playing pool, man. I wasn't really concerned with that.
I would have been so interested.
I know you would have, you weirdo. I was about to get their number and give it to you because I know how you like those. I had a pretty good week.
Point out that it's not that I have an affection specifically for any V outies. It's that
you prefer the outies. You prefer the outies.
There's one time that I almost pushed one back in. That's all. That's all I'm saying. At this point, dude, on the fish market, it is an absolute fucking just a landmine filled like field. It is a minefield. You are just one step at a time, being careful, because you got like first off the evolution of this shit, the filtering process, redonk. I don't know why they're all using fucking crazy filters. I hate it. I don't even know how to filter. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm just jealous because I look like I look.
They're all using filters because they are ashamed of the way they really look.
Yeah, but then here's the thing. I don't live by this credo. I don't even agree with this credo, but here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to go Trump style and go to grab someone by the pussy and then grab them by the whoopsie. You catch what I'm throwing? That's all I'm saying. I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
And you're fine with it either way. You just want to know ahead of time.
Just give me a heads up, literally. Did you get Girl Scout cookies? I know you're doing the thing, but you would have ordered them before you were doing the thing. Did you order Girl Scout cookies?
I did.
How painful is that?
I gave them away to somebody on my pool team.
Tom, I brought a row of Do-si-dos down to eat them while we were doing a podcast, and as you saw, I downed that entire row while we were warming up the 4 minutes before the podcast.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah,
and I have been really good. I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm going to bring these on the podcast because it's the season and it's relevant and we can talk about it. But I did not expect to eat them like I just deep-throated a fucking row of cookies.
I had 2 boxes of Samoas and a new box that they have out, peanut butter brownie or something like that. And I really wanted to try those peanut butter brownie ones, but I gave them away. I gave them all away.
Okay, well, good for you, man. That's you hit a point where you're dedicated. Erica said it wasn't a song I know in reference to the Innies And Outies karaoke choice, which is pretty key because Erica knows just about every song ever fucking made. So I'm assuming that was an original. And Brenda, who's in the motherfucking chat, says I still made some in the freezer I still have some in the freezer from last year.
You're a dumbass.
Are they Thin Mints? I put Thin Mints in the freezer for my mother, but those are the only ones that go in the freezer.
That sounds phenomenal.
Anyway. Since I was a child, that's all my mom wanted from the Girl Scouts was Thin Mints.
You know what was crazy? So yesterday, Eric and I went to Costco. I didn't really get to tell you about my week, but I had a good week, Pat. I can't complain. My life is so... the first thing Binocular said to me?
What's that?
He said, wow, it looks like you lost some weight. And I was like, not really. Well, I haven't seen the guy in 2.5 years. I don't remember what I weighed 2.5 years ago. But
okay, that's fair.
I don't know if it's been 2.5 years, but it's been a while since I've seen him. And then while we were talking about stuff, and he was like, dude, you seem so much happier. And I was like, it's not seems, dude. I am. Like, it's crazy. And he's like, I just thought, this is what he says to me, Pat. I just thought you were a fucking prick all the time.
It's not wrong. You're just a happy prick. And for a while there, you were a real miserable prick.
Facts. But anyway, man, I had a good week. I was about to tell you, we went to Costco, right? So Costco, I love Costco. But the problem is you start seeing all the stuff you want. Like, the first thing I saw when I walked in there was a chocolate peanut butter pie that they were selling.
Those pieces of shit.
Almost put one in the cart, Pat. But I haven't had any slip-ups. Today marks 2 weeks. Tomorrow morning is weigh-in day. We'll weigh ourselves and we'll see where we're at. Last week I was down a total of 9 pounds. No, 8 pounds. Hold on, I'm recording it in my phone in my notes section so I can tell you an exact. Yeah, 9 pounds last week. So
that's clutch, man.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. It's funny, man. Today, Eric and I, even yesterday, right? So we're out doing stuff all day yesterday. We don't eat. Erica has even jumped on the fasting train because you're just not hungry as often. And as long as you're not bored, you're really not hungry. You know what I mean? So we're out doing stuff yesterday. We don't get home till almost 3 o'clock. We didn't eat until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I had these what we called almost ribeyes. It's a part of the cut that we cut off of this
which I'm assuming is right next to the ribeye.
Yeah, it's the part before the ribeye. So
okay,
we got like 4 steaks of it. So I made that Friday night for dinner. We had steak and eggs. We had steak and eggs yesterday for lunch, and it's like 6, and we plan on having New York strip for dinner and shrimp. We took the shrimp out. We had bought a loin at Costco. I cut it all up, and I was like, we'll have these for dinner. So it's 6. We stopped eating by 7. And I'm like, I'm not even hungry. And she's like, me neither. And I was like, why don't we just eat some of the shrimp? We won't even cook the steak. So I had like 6 pieces. Yeah, I had like 6 pieces of shrimp. Erica had the rest of it. And we didn't eat again today until 1 o'clock. And I had 3 pieces of bacon and 4 scrambled eggs. And I was like, full. Like, I'm full.
That's great, man.
It's crazy, dude. And that, like, so I had dinner tonight, even though I wasn't really starving, but I was like, I'm not going to eat tomorrow till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I should probably eat something.
Right.
But I really probably didn't have to eat. Like,
right.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm really enjoying it. We have a ton of fucking meat, man. Like, every time I go to Costco every week now, I just keep buying. Who the
fuck is Janine Molnar? I know who the fuck Matt Molnar is. I know who that motherfucker is. Is that the fucking wizard? Is Gandalf the fucking great in the chat right now?
I don't think so, because they said, how about a sleeve of Oreos? Which Brenda would be the only person I would think of that would talk shit.
No fucking way. Everybody knows you eat a sleeve of Oreos at bedtime. that's like, like, do you know Tom? They're like, oh, the Oreo guy. Yeah, sleeve a day. Got it.
A whole row. Oh, man, that sounds delicious with some milk.
He said, yep.
So
I'm so excited. My heart is filled with joy. Tom, have you talked to him?
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you fucking do.
Oh,
apparently Tommy doesn't like Oreos, Oreo thins. Oh, that's a fucking fact, Brenda. Predachronic said, oh, the Oreo guy? Yeah.
Dolomat, holy shit.
Yeah, how did you not know who that was?
I can't fucking believe it, dude. I haven't heard or talked to that guy in forever.
This is very exciting. I'm about to text you just to confirm that it is in fact you. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Oh, man. What a great day. YouTube, just bringing people together. I can't, Pat, you're stopping in the middle of the show to text somebody?
I'm verifying that we're not being fucking catfished.
So, yeah, I highly doubt it.
Hey, is that really you?
Yes, it's him. He used his fucking, his
what? His
Dolomat.
Fucking any alter ego? I don't know who this Janine person is. G9.
I assume it's his wife.
Ooh, a fast response. Yes, sir. It is in fact him. Verified, qualified.
You're an idiot.
This is very exciting stuff.
All right, Pat. So we got some memes to go through, and I have questions about them. So,
oh my god, I'm so excited right now. I'm so fucking excited right now.
Oh my god, dude! Hold on. Have you seen the reel of the 600-pound life? Or it's a clip of this dude. It's this girl who weighs 600 pounds, right?
Thanks for breaking that down.
And she's getting interviewed by somebody.
Yeah.
And she goes, when was the last time you had a period? And she goes, oh, I'm not sure. I could be pregnant right now. And she goes, oh, why do you think that? And she goes, I've just been craving things that I normally don't crave. and she goes, oh, really? Like what? And she goes, like water. And it pans to her friend. She goes, bitch, you ain't pregnant. You're fucking thirsty. Drink some water, bitch. Dude, I can watch that thing over and over and over. Dude, it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's fucking great.
I'm gonna have to send it in, and we'll watch it on the next episode because it is fucking hilarious. Anyway, back to the memes.
I can't read any of that, Tom.
Neither can I. It says because the swing broke, we are
no. The picture is a couple that's old and large, and it says we gave up swinging.
Oh,
and the person who responds on top says because the swing broke, and the person on the bottom says shortly thereafter followed
by the mirror. Woof.
The mirror broke. Pretty good. This is an article titled "Lab-Grown Black Hole Behaves Just Like Stephen Hawking Said It Would," and then the little surprise, the what? Did you hear about anything about this, Tom?
No, dude, I don't watch the news or
there are certain things I feel like we should not fuck with scientifically. Black holes is right up there at the top.
This is fun.
If this was my fucking name, there's a 0% chance I would advertise it on the side of my company vehicle. This says, it looks like your mom bought herself a van, and it's a fucking transit van. And on the side of it, the name of the company is BJ Champion. Fucking classic. Amazing.
It can't be real. That phone number is not real.
It's not what now?
It's not real.
You don't think they could have edited the phone number or the entire thing for that matter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not real. This is fun.
I'm going to order this doormat. It's $24.99.
It says home, where the hoe and me come together.
So here's the thing. I'm going to put it at my front door because you and I both know nobody uses the fucking front door, so no girl would ever see it.
I think you should put it on the side door.
Well, then they would know exactly what's going on.
It's still funny.
This is real. I want you to know how real this is. Can you look at her? First off, I hope you understand what that term is. I don't know how well you know your pornography definitions, but can you look at what she does for a living?
Professional poodle fluffer and sometimes a boss.
Do you know what a fluffer is in porn, Tom?
No.
Okay. So let's say hypothetically you're between scenes or you're about to do like a big gangbang. A fluffer is a girl who's not starring in the film, so she's getting like her hair and makeup done. And this girl will just keep you hard. So she'll blow an actor getting ready to do a scene. This woman puts, I'm a professional poodle fluffer, and I fucking died. I couldn't even fucking breathe.
Did you send her a message?
I did. That was I screenshot it and sent it directly to us. That was where her relationship with me ended.
You think this is a good thing to put up? Well, I mean, she's on fucking Bumble, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I don't care either way. That shit's funny as fuck. Sorry.
What can you bond over?
Miss V.
Crime.
I think that's TV crime shows.
I figured that's what it was, but that's still funny.
Like the way you think.
Pentachronic said, "Someone's got to keep the poodles hard."
It's one of the best things I've ever seen on there, mostly because I know it wasn't intentional.
For her to be a poodle fluffer?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a poodle fluffer?
I assume she's actually a dog groomer.
Okay, she went to SCSU for that?
I assume she's not trying to deep throat canine dongs.
Hey, you never know, man. Somebody's got to do it. Why not be her? Pat, we got 3 news articles that you want to go over today.
We don't have to go over all of them. There was the one that I saw that I told you we should go over had a really, really interesting piece of information that I actually didn't know about Connecticut. So I want to see what your take on it is.
Okay. This seems to be a very short article, so we could probably just read it real quick.
There's not too much to read. You know what? We can. Fuck it.
All right.
I'll pull it up on my tablet.
I got it right here. I can read it. Believe it or not.
Oh. Well, then it is going to be a long article. Go ahead.
Dozens of vehicles at an apartment complex in Rocky Hill were broken into early Sunday morning. Dispatchers received a call around 6 a.m. from a resident, Stephanie Who the fuck spells Stephanie like that? Stephanie.
No. A resident of Stepney Place. That's the name of the place.
Stepney Place Apartments on the Southern Highway reporting vehicle break-ins. Once at the apartment complex, officers said that they found a white sedan in a parking area and saw one of the occupants breaking the window of a different vehicle. When the suspect saw the police, the suspect reportedly got back in the vehicle and left the parking area recklessly. This is
all right. Hold on. Pause there. The police caught these people red-handed.
Yes.
They literally saw them breaking into a car. Continue with the story.
The suspect's vehicle is believed to have then sped through the grassy area towards Marshall Road. Police did not pursue the vehicle because the incident was only property related.
Tom, let me ask you. If you know for a fact that somebody is breaking into a vehicle, your vehicle, their vehicle, his vehicle, her vehicle, any Audi, doesn't matter. Volkswagen, get it, Audi, Volkswagen. If you see somebody breaking into a vehicle, would you consider that situation to be an elevated risk to your own personal safety?
Am I inside the vehicle?
Nope.
But I consider it an elevated risk to my personal safety? No.
Yep. So if you're walking through a Walmart parking lot and you see, hey, that guy's breaking into a car, you're not like, oh God, I hope he didn't see me. Oh God, I hope he doesn't know that I saw him. Oh God,
Oh yeah,
I hope he didn't break into my.
I see what you're saying.
So yeah. So my point is, if I'm walking down the street and I see somebody walking down the street, I'm not like, oh fuck, they're walking down the street too. But if I see somebody committing a crime in broad daylight, I'm like, this person's kind of a dangerous person. Like they're either on something or they're not thinking the way that they should be thinking, because if they were, they wouldn't be committing crimes in broad daylight.
Yes.
Okay. So that said, the police didn't pursue this person because it was only property. Tom, what would it have taken for it to not be only property? Like one more person to walk outside? Or somebody to be pissed off that you shattered their window out, so you go after them, and then you're in trouble because you went after them because it was only property? Like, where do we draw the fucking line in the sand on this one? It's insane to me that we didn't go after that guy.
I agree with you. I don't, especially
that's fucking wild. The police witnessed him committing a crime. It's not like I called it. It was like, hey, you're never gonna believe this. The guy's bald. His name's Tom, and they're like, fuck it, it's just your car. Nope, they witnessed it themselves, and they were like,
oh, you mean the Oreo guy?
Oh, that's great. You mean sleep a day? Brenda said, see something, say something. Yeah, well, apparently that does nothing for any of these people, Brenda, because all their car insurances are going to be taking over, except for the ones who don't have glass coverage, and those people are going to pay on their own because it's just property. No big deal. It's not just property. It's these people's fucking livelihood.
So this doesn't say if anybody, so anyone who may have had their car broken into is asked to call Officer, whatever the hell his name is, at Rocky Hill Police Department. Why? They're not going to do anything.
What's the fucking benefit of calling him? To let him know that they took property? He already knows that. He doesn't give a fuck.
What's crazy, according to investigators, a total of 43 vehicles were found to have been burglarized. Police determined the majority of those vehicles were locked, and the suspects mostly entered the vehicles by breaking windows.
43 vehicles. So let's say they said mostly breaking in. Let's call it 23 windows. That's a pretty low ball fucking guess. So they broke 23 windows. That's just property. Fuck them. What about the stuff that they stole? That cop in that moment.
So if they're breaking into my house, that's just property.
Correct.
Like,
but in that scenario, you would say your life is in imminent danger right off the bat because it's your house. What if this person's walking outside to go to work and they get to their, like, they're not paying attention. They're on their phone. They're drinking a coffee, whatever. And they get to their car and they're 5 feet from this guy. Doesn't that create some kind of a dangerous scenario where this person might react? Either person might react in a way to defend their own interests at that moment.
Yeah.
This guy has to get at least arrested until his frame of mind is reset, or she, if this person's drunk, or if this person's on drugs, or if this person's just a fucking criminal, one way or another. I vote we detain them for at least a little bit. Just see what's going on. Maybe ask them a question. What's your favorite color? Why are you breaking into cars? Do you fluff poodles?
That's wild, man.
Fuck it. As soon as I read it, I was like, that can't be true.
Well, then again, it's on the news. You never know if it's true or not.
Yeah, that seems more made up than most of the fucking profiles I see.
That's fucking crazy. All right, Pat, you want to do the next story?
Yeah, sure. Nothing else is that exciting in the news.
I can't believe, so at what point? I don't like it. What's the limit?
Right. Okay. So if there's an empty house, right, and I burn the empty house down, that's just property.
Brenda
and
said
if it was
throw
empty,
punch.
then facts. Tase him in the dick. Yeah. I don't understand. Like, you can get a ticket for jaywalking. That's not even property.
I don't think you really get a ticket for jaywalking anymore, but
you
maybe
could. You could.
Yeah, you could.
It's bad enough that we don't pursue motorcycles because of the elevated risk. But this guy was driving a fucking white sedan, and we're like, meh, not today. Maybe if his car was black, we'd go after him.
That's crazy, man. And the fact that they put that in the news. We're just going to choose not to go after these people.
Yeah, in case anybody was wondering a life of crime, here's what you can get away with. We will not pursue.
I know, I should start breaking into cars. Fuck working.
Why the fuck not?
All right, Pat. So your next article is the salary a single person needs to earn. A salary a single person needs to live comfortably in 25 major cities.
Can I tell you about a kid named Adam before we move on to the next story? I don't think I've ever told you this story. I might have.
Of course you can.
Adam, which is a guess at his name. I'm pretty sure his name was Adam, but this is a long time ago. This is like my very early 20s. He meets this woman at a bar, okay? And the woman is explaining she is divorced from this man who has recently hit the lottery. This is a true fucking story. This is not made up. There's no like punchline at the end of this. So Adam's telling me and a couple other guys about this on Grove in the basement. And you remember the place.
Oh, I do.
So he's telling us about this, and I'm like, bro. So I'm like, he didn't hit the fucking lottery. And he's like, no, he did. He hit the fucking lottery, and he carries it in cash in a duffel bag. Or not a duffel bag, a fanny pack. Like like the old belt bags.
That's how long ago this was.
I'm like, no, he didn't, and he doesn't. She's trying to get you to go after him. Like, this is a trap. She's trying to make you get even with him for something he did to her, or for whatever reason she sees fit. Don't do whatever crazy thing is coming to your mind, crazy Adam, because he was a little wild. And he was like, nah, he's not gonna know who I am. I'm not gonna like tell him why I'm doing it. I'm just gonna run up on him and beat the shit out of him and take the bag. I'm like, one, you know how dangerous this dude is. You have no idea. This is just her ex-husband. You don't know anything about him. Unless you're gonna fucking sling a fucking lead pipe to the back of his skull and kill him, I would suggest not doing this. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, this is a terrible plan. So Adam does just that. He runs up on this guy. I don't know where he is. I wasn't there. But he runs up on this guy, sucker punches him, beats him up, takes his fucking fanny pack. Guess how much money's in the fanny pack, Tom?
$100.
Zero money. Then he walks over to the guy's car and he tears the guy's car apart. Guess how much Adam walks away with total from the two places?
$0.
A roll of quarters. He beat the brakes off this dude for $10 fucking in rolled change. We roasted the shit out of him.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit move to begin with. He was a fucking weird dude.
$10.
$10.
All right, Pat. I think these are in ascending order. Yeah, they're in ascending order. So 25. Fred says, here's new scientists with 4 years. They'll bring back the woolly mammoth back. Real life Jurassic Park now. That's news.
Yeah, the woolly mammoth. They're gonna clone a woolly mammoth because they have woolly mammoth DNA. They found one fully frozen under ice. So yeah, if they can clone that like they did with Dolly the sheep, I'm all for. Like, I would gladly go see a woolly mammoth right fucking now. I would drop what I was doing to go see a woolly mammoth. My understanding is that they're absolutely massive.
Yes, they're huge.
I would be so excited. I say, I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck what consequence it has on this world. Bring back woolly mammoths. If they take over, let them have it.
You're a retard.
They're cool as shit, man. Hey, bring back dinosaurs while you're out. I don't give a fuck. Try your best to isolate them onto an island.
There's a guy in Alaska that owns a bunch of land. Somehow he bought it or something, and that whole area is littered with woolly mammoths and stuff.
That's awesome. Panachronic said supposedly they've already created a woolly mammoth meatball. What the fuck? Who's cooking woolly mammoths? Stop cooking them. I want to play with one. We can't saddle one of these bitches?
I don't think that's how it works. So this guy's theory is that the woolly mammoths and the humans lived among each other. Like
that's how I've always seen it in the storybooks.
No, but like they were friends.
Yeah, like they were kind of like dogs. They were fairly tame. Or horses. Horses would probably be a better comparison.
Yeah, not so much like dogs. Google that shit.
Panachronic said Google that shit. Okay, woolly mammoth meatball coming up.
Let's see. Woolly mammoth. Oh my god, it was the first thing that popped up. Google's listening.
I got woolly mammoth clone.
In a sense, the extinct woolly mammoth has returned as a meatball. On Tuesday, an Australian cultured meat startup revealed its sphere of lab-grown meat produced with DNA sequence from an elephant-like mammal.
But you won't find this product in grocery stores. The creation is not meant to be eaten, at least for now. What does woolly mammoth taste? What does woolly mammoth meat taste like? He said, the woolly mammoth meat tasted like what I would imagine putrefied beef jerky with no salt or spices would taste like.
Let's see how this looks. Check this out, Pat, because I'm a fucking G.
Are you putting the woolly mammoth meatball up?
Yeah, there's a video. We're going to skip this ad, though.
Yeah. You pulled up the longest ad.
And by mammoth, we don't just mean big. Food scientists in Australia are bringing back a meat not seen in thousands of years, the woolly mammoth.
Because this protein is literally 4,000 years old, we haven't seen it for a very, very long time.
A company called Vow injected mammoth DNA into the muscle cells of a sheep. For the missing strands of genetic code, the scientists added African elephant DNA because they're the mammoth's closest non-extinct relative. The combination was grown in a lab, resulting in 14 ounces of meat. Apparently, the combination has a distinct odor.
It's super fascinating to think that adding the protein from an animal that went extinct 4,000 years ago gave it a totally unique and new aroma, something we haven't smelled as a population for a very long time.
Mammoth meat won't be on sale anytime soon, or possibly ever. The creators say they haven't even tasted it. Who knows what kind of allergens could have existed thousands of years ago? Instead, this experiment was to generate buzz around the possible environmental benefits of creating meat instead of raising it.
We wanted to get people excited about the future of food being different to potentially what we had before. That there are things that are unique and better than the meats that we're necessarily eating now.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm TC Newman.
I mean, he said it would be unique and better. This is the same motherfucker who didn't eat the meatball. Tell me, if you and I made that meatball, we would make sure it was 99 degrees and take a fucking bite immediately. I have to know what that tastes like.
I don't know, man. I don't want to know what it tastes like.
I would rather cuddle one than eat it. I'll say that.
I'd rather cuddle one than eat it.
They're awesome.
All right. Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, the salaries.
Woolly mammoth meatballs.
Pat, you've already looked at his list?
Yeah, I glanced through it, yeah.
Let's ask the chat real quick. Where do you think you need the most money to live?
Oh, hold on, be more specific. The article is how much money you have to live comfortably as a single person in the top 100 U.S. cities that were studied. So they studied a bunch of U.S. cities. This is a list of the top 100. Where's the most expensive city for a single person to live?
And comfortably, quote unquote, is defined as the income
The
needed
50,
to
30,
cover
20 rule.
50, 30, 20. 50% of your monthly income can pay necessities like housing and utility costs. 30 can cover discretionary spending, and 20% can be set aside for savings or investments. Anybody know? Not a great thing to do a poll with the chat because they take a long time to type.
I just only one of us had the idea to poll the audience.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now.
I'm not blaming you, but I think if we're going to credit somebody, it should be you.
It was definitely my fault. Definitely my fault. Kind of like me blaming you for you lagging all the time when it was my computer.
Very similar situation.
Yeah. Today we have 0 drop frames, by the way. 0 drop frames on the stream. Very excited about that.
He said right before the frames started dropping.
Erica said New York City. Pinachronic said New York. Brenda said Honolulu. Erica and Panachronic, you are correct. To live comfortably in New York City.
And
Dolomet said my balls.
My balls.
Is he talking about the meatball? Or
I think he's talking about the meatball.
Okay. Panachronic and Erica, you are correct. New York coming in at 138,000.
If you're single, you need to make $138,000 a year to live comfortably in New York City. Now, where? I don't fucking know. Because I know for a fact that there's a 1-bedroom, very small living room, very, very small kitchen, and closet-ass bathroom that I've been in Manhattan. And that thing was like $4,200 a month.
What?
On the 26th floor.
Is that now?
Yes.
Oof.
It actually just sold that the apartment, the 1-bedroom apartment just sold $1.4 million.
Where? Doesn't matter. Never living there.
Yeah. So in that conversation, it's a relative of mine. I was just in New York. Corporations are buying up apartments in New York and then
Chinese
renting
corporations.
them out.
Chinese corporations.
Sure, I'm sure they are Chinese corporations.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing that's going on here, dude. With the Chinese and the Russians.
Who's gonna fight that? I'm not paying top dollar. Real estate's out of fucking control right now. But what if money's not what you're after? What if you have the money and that has nothing to do with your end game?
Yeah, just global takeover.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what if you just buy up all the real estate in the new city?
This is gonna go as no surprise, but the next 10 cities, 10 out of the next, I think it's 10 out of the next 15 are all in California. So San Jose is 137. Irvine is 126, 127.
The reason that makes the most sense is because California is having a massive housing crisis right now. So what are you going to do when everybody needs to live where you own? You're going to jack your rates through the roof.
Yes.
Brenda said define comfortability for New York standards. Yeah. So I thought of that too. So if it's 50% to pay your bills and then 30% to what was it? What was the term that they used? The 30%?
For discretionary spending.
Yeah, discretionary spending. So how often do you eat out? How often do you go to a show? How often do you? Because 30%, that sounds to me, if I'm doing the math right, I don't know if that 138 is pre or post tax. Let's assume it's pre. So you're walking around with what, 60 grand, right?
Yeah.
No, maybe 75.
Well, 50. So that $4,200 in rent is $50,000 a year, right? And if you do,
yeah, it's a big chunk.
I can't use my keyboard because it's set up to hotkeys. But give me a second here. 9.5. So that means you got $70,000, $69,000 to for utilities.
No, because 20% of the 140, which would be 14,000.
Well, they're saying
Nope.
50% is for
Jesus, I'm falling apart.
It's for your necessities, your rent.
50% is, but then 20% is for your retirement. So 70% of that money is gone. The other 30% is what we're talking about.
Yeah, so 30% of the 138 is you give me 3 minutes here to
it's going to
hit
be
my
what, 45 grand? No, 55 grand?
41.5.
So with $41,000, New Yorkers, generally speaking, don't need to own cars, especially if we're not counting that as part of living comfortably.
We're also not including tax. That has to be pre-tax. Like,
correct.
so
yeah.
So
I'm gonna say you get 10 grand to spend it with like discretionary funds.
138, 570. You gotta figure, especially New York.
What's the income tax in New York?
It's stupid high. So you gotta figure 40% of their paycheck is taxes. So you're only taking home $83,000.
New York income tax rates range from 4 to 10.9%. So that person would have to be in a different tax bracket than poor, right?
Yeah, we're gonna say they're paying 10% plus Fed tax is what?
Here we go. I can give you if that's what they're making, their tax rate is 6% in New York.
Okay. And then what's the federal tax?
Federal tax brackets. Single. It is 22%.
So they're at 28% tax.
Yep.
Right? So that's times 0.72. So they're taking home roughly $100,000 a year. So 50,000 for everything else, and then they got
30,000 for discretionary funds.
Yeah, which leaves them with
What's the struggle time? You got a calculator. What are you doing?
I do have it, but I can't use my my keyboard. So they have $2,500 to spend on a month to spend on bullshit.
Yeah. So that again, my one, we didn't count travel. So does travel? I don't know how much it costs. It just seems like,
well, that would fall into a necessity. Like if you're taking the train for work or the bus or however the fuck you're traveling.
Dude, there's so many things that could be argued necessity, like clothing and food. Is all that necessity in what they're calculating?
That's 50% of your monthly income in necessity, housing, and utility costs. Like how can cover discretionary spending. I mean, $2,500 a month. Even if that includes your food, it seems reasonable. I mean, that's $600 a week.
So the 50 is mortgage or rent, utilities, phone bill, car payment, gas or other transportation, out-of-pocket medical, and groceries.
Okay, so that falls into the 50.
The 30 is entertainment, dining out, shopping, and treat yourself splurges. That sounds dirtier than it should. And the 20 is emergency fund, retirement account, brokerage account, setting aside money for a down payment on a home, padding your travel fund, and saving money to start a business.
So that seems all right.
On paper, that sounds super reasonable. I can't imagine living in New York City on $140,000 a year.
I'm with it. I can't imagine living anywhere.
Erica said, if you ever had a drink in New York, it's pricey. Yeah. If you're a smoker, I mean, you've got, what was it, $30,000 a year to spend?
Well, and they're like, they got to be close to $20 a pack in the city.
$5,500 a year if you're a pack a day smoker.
At what? $20 at $20 a pack?
$15 a pack.
I think they're more than that in the city.
They might be. I remember
they're
the
almost
day
15.
that they hit $10 a pack. I said if cigarettes ever reached $10 a pack in Connecticut, I would quit. I quit before they did, but they were getting there.
Oh, I definitely was smoking. I was smoking until they were like $12 a pack.
That's wild.
It was fucking insane, dude. I spent a lot of money on fucking cigarettes. I found so I was going through a garage today, I found a box of stuff I took out of my old truck when I bought my new one. And it's just been kind of sitting around. And in that box was a pack of cigarettes.
Like full?
I think I had 2 or 3 out of it.
Nice. Those are gross.
I would smoke one. Erica got very upset.
You see, oh god, that'd be so stale.
Nah, I mean, I felt it. It felt pretty good. It didn't feel stale. So let's just blow through these cities and we'll get out of here. So New
You want
York
to go
City,
through all of them? Why don't you just do like the top couple, the middle couple, and the bottom couple?
because it's 25. It'll take us 3 minutes to go through it.
I thought it was 100. It's the top 25 out of 100. Got it. Go ahead.
San Jose, California is number 2 at 137,000. Irvine, California at 127,000. Santa Ana, California at 127,000. Boston's at 125. San Diego, 123.
Why don't you just give us everybody between 130 and 120?
130 and 120?
Yeah.
Okay. Chula Vista, California is at 123. San Francisco is right at 120.
Okay.
That's only the top 8.
Yeah, that's.
Brenda, you and Fred quit smoking. Good for you guys. How long
Yeah,
you
I
guys
didn't
been
want to
up?
interrupt you. Good for you guys.
That's awesome. That's it's hard. It's hard. I do Zyn still.
Oh, she said UConn's up. I was wondering because my prayers are that UConn falls.
I really
today.
couldn't care less about basketball.
I would just rather see UConn go out early and shut everybody the fuck up.
You know they're going to win, right?
I know that they should.
They're probably going to.
It only takes one bad game, Tommy. It only takes one bad game.
7 months. Awesome. Good for you guys. Why the sudden decision to quit smoking?
Because they found love and they want to live together for as long as they possibly can.
That's so sweet. So sweet. It's good that you guys quit together too. It's always easier to quit when you have somebody to do it with you. Now we are fat though.
I can't imagine that's true. You and Fred both have beautiful bodies.
Eating too many thin Oreos, huh, Brenda? Keep eating those thin ones. I'll get you a box.
I got a box of Girl Scout cookies if you guys want it. I ordered so many fucking Girl Scout cookies.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about it.
It's such an easy lie, you can tell, because you're like, well, I'm doing it for a good cause. It's not because I'm a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, you're just a fat piece of shit, Pat.
Right. Yeah, I don't give what the cause is. That could have been like a pro-COVID organization. Like, but the cookies are tasty. I'd be like, all right, fuck it, give everybody COVID again. I don't care. I love cookies.
Pat, I'm so happy we're back doing this. Thanks to everybody that stopped by today in the chat, man. Awesome. Tom was so bad at
Costco yesterday. He wanted all the treats.
Dude, we were in the frozen food section and they had Reese's covered fruit. Like bananas covered in Reese's.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds amazing.
Y'all sweet eaters will just eat any fucking sweets that come along. You don't give a fuck. Like, you guys are the least discretionary fucking people. Just like caution to the wind. Like, oh my God, that has sugar in it. I'm in.
Have you ever had bananas and peanut butter?
I can't eat bananas, Tom. And if the peanut butter's creamy, I can't eat that. I need crunchy.
Ugh. You're so gross. You don't like Reese's?
Reese's, like the Reese's Cups?
Reese's Cup, Reese's Fast Break, Reese's Take 5, anyone.
Of the candy bars, Reese's are the best. But I'm talking like once, maybe twice a year. Am I in like line at CVS or the grocery store and I'm like, ooh, I want a candy bar. Like, it never really happens.
Yeah,
all I think is the horrific texture.
That's why I look like this, because every time I was at a checkout line, I see those and I go, ooh, candy.
Now, what I am a straight fucking sucker for, and I have a lifetime supply upstairs, is jerky and meat sticks. Like, not Slim Jims because I'm getting 0 sugar meat sticks, but I have tons of 0 sugar jerky. I have tons of 0 sugar meat sticks.
You should try
love meat.
You should come by and drop off that carburetor that you're holding on to for me. And,
That's what that is?
Yeah, it's a carburetor for my still.
Got it.
Had an Elvis burger the other day. Burger with peanut butter and bananas on it. Does not slap.
Does not slap. Yeah, that's disgusting. Hey, Tommy, I had Bobby Flay burgers on Wednesday and Thursday. Fucking fire.
Yes, they're very good. Very good burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those before.
Which one did you try when you were there? Or which ones have you tried?
I don't remember. But
what I didn't do is I didn't get Krispy Kreme on my way out of the casino, which is it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not a big. We went there the last time, or one of the last times we were there, and I'm not crazy about Krispy Kreme, man. I don't think it's all that.
You're fucking high. First off, the Krispy Kreme donuts coming out hot is so tasty. But then when they're not hot, the chocolate frosted ones, because they're like the glazed donut and they have the chocolate frosting and they're bread. I fucking love bread.
Yeah. I'm trying. We had a really, what was really good burgers there is Michael Jordan's not the steakhouse, but not the steakhouse. They have a bar and grill there.
Erica said donuts were good. I don't know if that means before the diet or those specific donuts used to be good.
No, she's saying at Krispy Kreme. So the coffee there is gross. She said the coffee is gross. Donuts were good at Krispy Kreme. I mean, yeah. Donuts were good.
I thought she was just laying back on the couch like, donuts were good.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember those days. Yeah, I think that's the hardest thing is at night, man. I really always want something sweet. And like, especially if I start like now, I want to go upstairs and just eat a spoonful of peanut butter.
You kind of got to train yourself. What I did, and it wasn't intentional at all. Anytime I feel snacky, which is often enough, if I'm putzing around, if I'm cleaning, whatever, I kind of am not. But once I sit on the couch to watch TV, I get pretty snacky. I grab a handful of almonds. You don't have to get almonds. Grab any nut you want because I know keto or whatever you're on will allow some nuts, right?
No
nuts.
Yeah, I eat nothing but meat.
Meaty nuts.
Nothing but meat.
Oh man, could you make like teeny tiny miniature like turkey balls or chicken balls? Something.
So I have beef jerky. I make beef jerky.
Oh. And yeah, just pound beef jerky eventually that becomes what you crave. Like I always want a handful of almonds now.
So that's what I was telling you. Grab a nut. Grab any nut you want, Pat 2024.
Which is funny because realistically, Pat in 2024 is trying to dodge nuts. It's a fucking minefield out there.
I was gonna say you should bring by that carburetor, and tomorrow we will be cooking up beef jerky. I gotta cut it tomorrow when I get home from work and dehydrate it.
Other than my friend's dinner every Monday, I would totally do that.
Well, you can stop by anytime and get it. I have plenty of it. So Erica said meat, eggs, cheese, heavy whipping cream. That's all we eat.
How the fuck can you have cheese and whipping cream, but you can't have fucking nuts?
Because it's from an animal.
Animal shits whipping cream.
Heavy whipping cream is milk, pretty much.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I feel like they do something to it. They're like, but then there's a process.
Yeah, you can have heavy whipping cream. But which we don't even really do a lot with it. We just put it in these egg muffins we make. We don't drink.
There's definitely no animal that dispenses fucking cheese.
No, but it's made from milk, which is made from animals.
Well, by that, why can't you have sour cream?
I can have sour cream. I wouldn't.
Erica said, I'm not eating animal nuts. Valid point. She's married. She stopped eating nuts a long time ago.
Rocky Mountain
said Rocky Mountain oysters.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That is buffalo balls.
Ugh. No, I'm all set.
And it's like a delicacy.
Sent a puke emoji. Oh,
Brenda somehow said the same thing. A lot of people looking for the Rocky Mountain oysters out there. Tom, I had so many ideas today. So many ideas. But that's a good one. We should get some questionable things to eat. We could stick with meat only, but then eat them on the podcast and see who throws up first.
It'll definitely be me.
I don't know. Baby food I lasted about 10 seconds with.
Oh, yeah, I remember. No, you ate almost a whole jar.
No, I had one bite and somehow managed to keep it down. And then when I went to eat the second bite, I threw up. I couldn't get it into my mouth.
I fucking forgot all about
just thinking about it. So gross.
Colin told me today that his mother said to him that her therapist thinks that she should build a relationship with me. And Colin Tripp told her Pat's face is fucking priceless. Yeah. So Colin, the Niners are back. Phobic Squirrel in the chat. Holy shit. So
yeah. Phobic, let's catch you up real quick. Your brother's son's mother's therapist says she should have a relationship with Tommy. Tom, pick up there.
Colin said, yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you ever. Which I said, I am not opposed to talking to your mother. Now, as far as having a relationship, I don't know how well that's going to go. But so I was talking shit to Erica about it. And I was like, yeah, I can finally get rid of you and go back to her. And then I started dry heaving in my mouth. Oof. What are you going to do?
Tommy's ex-girlfriend.
Woof. Yeah.
I mean, we can say that about the whole litany of them. Walmart girl, the doorbuster. She was there for the deal.
Jeez, you're brutal, man. She was a nice girl. Anyway, Phobic, you came just in time for us to get out of here. Again, thank you for everybody that came around in the chat today. A lot of old faces. Really appreciate that. Make sure you go and download the podcast if you're only watching.
I think you all have youthful faces.
If you're listening to the show on the streams or watching them on the streams, go ahead. Go to Apple, iTunes, go to Spotify, anywhere where you can find a podcast. Go down, download the new episodes. Let's go. Let's get a following going so that we can, maybe one day have a sponsor other than Second Armament Apparel Company.
Well, we did have a sponsor. We were making pennies.
Yeah,
pennies
it's still in the account. It's still we made $52 off that bat, which actually, when you break it down, that we were getting paid a penny. It's a lot of ads.
That money adds up quickly. That's why all those guys with residuals are making money. Like you never see Andy Dick working anymore, but he was never really famous.
Yeah,
because he's got those residuals, pennies at a time, man.
It's crazy. Oh, by the way, Pat,
he's only got to make $138,000 a year to live comfortably in New York, anyways.
That's a lot of fucking pennies. Pat, I got a movie review for you for next week.
Oh, fuck. I still haven't watched furry porn. All right. Well, add this to the list. What am I supposed to watch other than people dressed up as animals fucking each other?
I want you to watch the new Roadhouse that came out on Amazon Prime.
Roadhouse. I'm very excited to watch the new Roadhouse. You did not have to talk me into that. It's on Prime?
Yes, it's on Prime. It is.
Is it free on Prime?
Yes. If you have Prime.
I do. I have Prime for my free shipping for all my cat things.
Yes. So, Pat, you remember when you didn't know about Amazon?
I was just telling that story the other day. I told the same guy who told me about Amazon, who really told me about Amazon, which would be the captain. Prior to that, like a week before that, maybe 2 weeks before that, I was like, dude, I found this app on your phone.
Wow, you guys are saying it sucked? I watched it. I thought it was good.
Oh, my God. Roadhouse.
I thought it was good.
I'm so excited.
It was so good, it made me watch the first one, which sucked.
What? Dude, the first Roadhouse is a fucking classic. You're out of your mind.
That movie sucks.
He beats Homeboy. He beats the shit out of him in between the tree and the lake. Let's go.
Yeah, ripped his throat out.
Sam Elliott catches the fucking spiked fucking the spurs on the boots. Was that Sam Elliott or was that Patrick Swayze? Who catches it?
Who catches what?
Homeboy walks in to get into a bar fight and he's got a knife.
Oh, that was yeah. Conor McGregor did nail his role.
Is Conor McGregor the bad guy?
Yes. He's
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of the bad guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, the original movie was fucking amazing. You're out of your mind. You fucking young kids.
Pat, I'm like 2 years younger than you.
Why did Erica say Patrick?
Because Patrick Swayze is the one who spots the knife on the boot.
Damn, I just instinctively thought I was being reprimanded. I thought she was like, Patrick.
Man, Brenda and Fred really hated it. I will never get that time. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good one.
That's fucked up from Brenda and Fred because they don't have much time left. So that's big different for them to watch it than for me to watch it. I could watch it twice and waste my time.
If you want to watch another movie that Phobic Squirrel recommended to me, what's the name of it? It's also on Amazon Prime. It's with I'm gonna forget the name of it. I forgot the name of it. Phobic said he enjoyed it too, the new one. Shit, what the hell was the name of that?
The next thing I'm going to watch is called Get Back. It's that Beatles documentary that came out like a year ago. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm dying to watch it.
Ricky Stenicki. You got to watch Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, I saw that on Hulu or Netflix or something.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon.
Yeah, watch that too.
What is?
Yeah, 2 movies you got to watch.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
I have like 10 movies I have to watch. I have to watch fucking furry porn. I have to watch Roadhouse, new Roadhouse. I have to watch Sticky Nicky. That's actually what we called a girl in high school. Erica said I liked Air. Oh, most people do.
No, the movie Air. We watched the movie about.
I know
Michael
what she's talking about. She's talking about the Jordan movie, the Nike movie. Really, that was a great movie. We went and saw that opening day in theaters.
Yes, it was very good. We watched that last weekend. We've been starting to watch a movie every week. So yesterday we ended up watching movies just because it was shitty outside all day. After we got home, we did everything. We watched both the Roadhouses.
I don't remember. I remember it having a big impact on me, but there's a scene in Air when Matt Damon meets with Chris Tucker, and Chris Tucker had seen Martin Luther King speak.
That's not who it was. Went up. It was somebody else, and he had he had the
original speech.
Yes, it wasn't Chris Tucker. It was somebody else. It was somebody that knew Jordan.
But it was that was such a fucking great story that he told.
Yeah, good. It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah, that's an issue. And any story like that's going to be compelling. When you could do a documentary or a movie about Tiger, that'd be good. Anybody who's the best at something, Wayne Gretzky, like we all want to know what how that looked. Brenda said that was great. Okay, restored my faith again, and after all in you. I guess she's talking to you because I haven't seen Roadhouse, so she lost faith in you.
Pat, you're not gonna not like this movie.
No, dude, it's a run-of-the-mill, romantic action movie. That's awesome. I love rom-coms. I love rom-acts, whatever they're called. Anything where there's a good story, I'm in. And that's a good story. I already know the fucking story. I'm sure they made the same movie a second time.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
It actually says in the credits that it's based off the original movie.
Yeah, I watched the original like 3 months ago, maybe a little bit more, so I probably won't watch it today, but I'll watch it soon.
It's good. It's good. I enjoyed it.
Plus, I'm watching my show. I'm very deep into it at this point, almost through it.
What's the name of that show?
We'll get to that potentially in about 6 episodes.
Why won't you tell me so I can watch it with you?
It's not that, Tom. It's that at this point, nobody can spoil the show. And if I say what show I'm watching and somebody spoils it, then I have to wish death upon that person every night when I go to bed. And I've already got so many people that I'm talking to God about that I don't have, I'm losing sleep because it takes me so long to pray. Mm-hmm. I don't want to add more names to that list. 24-10, UConn's up. All right, well, hopefully they, hopefully some legs get broken.
Pat, you want to get us out of here?
Number 9ers. I say good day. Is that live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Was